Good morning, baseball fans. Welcome back to iHeart Sports. This video is about recapping the Wednesday, August 11th MLB games. We had 15 games yesterday, and honestly, a lot of players had pretty stellar performances. Some days I have tough time choosing a thumbnail. Other days, there's more than plenty of players to choose from, and that was one of those days yesterday. We had all the teams basically in the American League wildcard race win, so that race is definitely getting hot. We had a couple of other teams on the other side of the National League playing games of utter importance, and we had a lot of players stepping up for their team and in losses and wins, all that fun stuff. We're going to jump into it, but before we do, go down there, like the video for me. It really helps the channel grow, and I appreciate everyone that stops by and comments, all that fun stuff. First game of the day started in the afternoon. The Twins won the White Sox 0. Pretty much a non-offensive game. We had 6 hits for the White Sox, 4 for the Twins. Sorry, but it all came down to Polanco. Jorge Polanco pretty much carried the team in this one with 2 hits, RBI. He had a triple in there. He had a home run, which is the only run of the game, and that triple coming off Kimbrel, which is pretty impressive. Ronaldo Lopez out there on the mound leading things off. He went 3 innings, 0 earned runs, 4 Ks. They only gave him 51 pitches. Still not really a starter in this rotation. Bailey Ober goes 5.1, 0 earned runs, 6 Ks in the no decision, because that home run came in the 6th inning after he had left the game. Twins play spoiler over the White Sox. Astros 5, Rockies 1. Back-to-back wins now for the Astros over the Rockies, and it's a good spot for them. And their offense is starting to really get things done. 13 hits, 5 runs, no home runs. They're just generating it. Brantley led the way with 3 hits, but they also had Alarming Diaz down there hitting 3 hits and cashing in all the runs with 3 RBIs. He had a good night. Valdez goes 6, 1 earned run, 8 Ks in the win. He's 8-3 now on the season, 3.09 ERA. Pretty great season for Valdez so far. Santazella goes 6, 3 earned runs and 3 Ks. Going to 2-9 now on the season, but overall good performance definitely against these Astros. Got to be pretty happy with how he performed, but another one of those afternoon games that kind of went under the radar. Yankees 5, Royals 3. So the Yankees walk out of this series winning 3, losing 1, but overall they've been one of the hottest teams in baseball over these last 15 games. I think they've only lost 2 or 3. It was the top of their lineup, but it's spread out throughout their lineup. Top lineup, LeMahieu and Judge having multi-hit nights, but also Odor and Wade in the bottom side of the lineup having multi-hit nights. The Yankees got a 3-1 lead, made it 5-1 in the 4th, and then their bullpen really came in and closed the door. We had no home runs in this game. So just generating a bunch of hits for the Yankees side of things. Lutage goes 2, 1 earned run, 1 K, leading things off for a bullpen style of game from the Yankees. Britton does go in for his first save of the season with Chapman out right now. They're going to be looking for other guys to fill the void, and maybe it's Zach Britton doing the job. Singer goes 3.2, giving up 10 hits, 5 earned runs, and 2 Ks. 3-8 on the season, 542. Not a whole lot to talk about in that one. Mets 8, Nationals 7. This was an extension of yesterday's game, the game before that was suspended. And they were going to play their second game today, but that one was also postponed due to rain, so they might make it up another time, I guess. Nationals were out 4-1 after 2, and the Mets popped off in the bottom of the 3rd and tied up 4-4 before the Nationals took a bigger lead in the 5th. But the Mets found a way to stay in this one, and they came from behind. Honestly, they were behind, and their season very much on the line going into this one. The top of their lineup coming through clutch, multiple hits for Nemo, McNeil, Alonso, Davis, all these guys stepping up. No home runs, just generating all these runs, whereas Soto gets his 19th of the season. It was technically 2 days ago. It was in the 1st inning, but it doesn't matter. Espinino goes 1 inning, pitch 1 K. Again, both these starters, Carrasco as well, these are from the night before the suspension, so they only went the 1 inning. Rich Hill comes in and cleans up the mess for the Mets, and Joe Ross for the Nationals went 5 earned run, 2 Ks. Interesting game for sure. Miami 7, Padres 0. Padres got completely shut out, blanked by Alcantara in this one. He had a great outing. And for The Marlins, we had Brinson having a multi-home run night. De La Cruz hitting his first. Couple of home runs just coming in off Weathers, who gave up 3 in the game. Brinson had 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Alcantara goes 7, 0 earned runs, 7 Ks. So one of those outings from Alcantara that we have been used to seeing all season. But he had fallen back a little bit as of late, but it's nice to see this side of him come out again. Weathers on the other side, 4.26 earned runs and 7 Ks. He's going to get the loss, 4 and 5 on the season. He's pretty much exposing that the Padres' pitching depth is not there right now. Tigers 5, Orioles 2, and the Tigers are creeping up closer and closer to 500. They are now 4 games away from 500, and they have had the Orioles number for the majority of this season. They put up 3 in the 5th to take a 3-0 lead, added a couple more in the 6th. Cabrera hits his 12th home run of the season. I believe that puts him 2 away from 500. It might be 1. I need a better counter going, but it's definitely time. We're going to have our eyes on Cabrera hitting that 500th. Earlier in the season, wasn't sure if he was going to be able to make it, but it looks like he's going to now. Santana also hits his 10th. Skubal goes 6, 0 earned runs, 6 Ks. Skubal's another one of those pitchers that has some days where he's like this, amazing, and other days where he just gets blown up. Matt Harvey goes 5, 3 earned runs, 5 Ks. So an okay outing for Harvey. Still bringing that ERA down, so that's impressive to say the least. Cardinals 4, Pirates 0, and I guess the Cardinals are not going to fade off into the background. They are going to continue to fight, and they're picking up the wins they would need to against the Pirates. So far, both wins coming this week from them. The Molina led the way with 2 hits. He had an RBI there. DeJong also multi-hit night. No home runs coming from either team, of course, with the Pirates being shut out. Wainwright, another one of those guys that could have been on the thumbnail. These guys, there was like 6 or 7 guys last night. He had a complete game, 0 earned runs, 7 Ks. The thing that kept him out of there was his opponent. He went up against the Pirates, so I didn't give him as much credit as some other players on the night. Dodgers 8, Phillies 2. And this one was back and forth early with 3-2 after 4 and exchanging a couple runs in that 4th inning. We had no home runs coming from the Philly side, but it was Bellinger who led things off in that 4th inning with a 2-run home run. He had a 2-hit, 4 RBI night, multiple home run night. A lot of questions around Bellinger and whether he's really all there lately. He's not been able to get to the performance you expect. In that 7th inning, 3 runs put up by the Dodgers, and they added some insurance in that 9th inning, including a Bellinger home run again. He had a nice iron, and maybe we're starting to see Bellinger heat up to MVP style. We're not sure. Price goes 4, 2 earned runs, and 1 K, and Brogdon bullpen style again for the Phillies. We're seeing a lot of bullpen from the Phillies lately, but Gibson does come in there and go 4.1 middle, and it had to do, there was a big rain delay in the middle, I think. I'm not sure why. It's actually a little weird because Price went 4. Is that Kyle Gibson? Yeah, he came in the middle. I'm not sure what went on there. Maybe if Phillies or Dodgers, someone who watched the game can let us know in the comments below what happened there. Athletics 6, Indians 3. Athletics continue to play some very good baseball, and they were down 2-0 for the majority of this game before that 7th inning rolled around. They put up a couple runs in there, and then in the 8th inning they took a monster lead when Andrus hits his 3rd home run of the season, as well as Lowry, both those guys coming in the 8th and hitting 3-run shot and a solo shot in there. Lowry going with the 3 RBIs. On the night, Cleveland did put up those early runs, but it was far too late. They took the lead back in the bottom of the 7th, but it was that 8th inning that really everything fell apart, and Sandlin is going to get charged with that blown save. Frankie Montez goes 6, 1 earned run, 6 Ks. And Quantrill, a great outing for him, 6, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks. They tried to push him through that 7th inning, and that's when it cost him. He doesn't get an out in the 7th. Red Sox 20, Rays 8. So I know there's a lot of anger and upsetness around the Red Sox fans right now. They've seen the things fall apart, getting a little worried, but this game I think is a statement game for Red Sox. It's saying don't count us out yet. They've really laid the beat down on the Rays. It was 20-1 going into the 9th inning, so funnily enough the Rays put up 7 in the 9th. Considering how often that 9th inning is just an inning where they just pile it on, it was pretty funny to see them put up 7 there. Renfroe had a 3-hit, 4 RBI night. Bogarts his 4 RBI night too, and JD Martinez 4 hits. And then bottom of the lineup, Bobby Dalbec, 2-hit, 5 RBI night, including a triple in there. Pretty interesting. Bogaerts is the only guy that hits a home run in this one, 17th of the season for the Red Sox. Evaldi goes 7, 110 Ks. Really cruising with that huge lead. On the other side, we had Lowe, his 26th, Phillips, his 9th, Zunino, his 22nd. So a few home runs, a couple of those coming in that late inning. Valdez, who they just left out there for the 9th inning, and he gave up all the earned runs. Josh Fleming goes 3.1, giving up 10 earned runs. He just got beat up, 11 hits, 6 walks. No home runs, though, so there is that, at the very least. Braves 8, Reds 6, and this is a story of two pretty much blown games. The Braves have gotten out 5-0 early in this one. Heredia had his 5th home run of the season coming off Wade Miley. And then Joey Votto wakes up yet again for his team. A multi-home run night, 4 hits, 4 RBIs. Another guy that could have easily been on the thumbnail, but I don't tend to put losing teams up there. But he has up to 25 now home runs on the season. Joey Votto continues to bang, and he worked it, brought his team back. They tied it up going into the 9th. They put up 1 run on the top of the 11th. They had 1 guy on 3rd, and there's 2 outs. They just needed 1 out to really continue to get back into this playoff race. But then Ozzie Albies goes up there and smashes a 3-run home run, which pretty much puts dashes in the Reds season a little bit in my eyes. Wade Miley goes 5 earned runs, 4 Ks. And Sims is going to be charged with the blown save. These Reds bullpen save blowns along the way have just been outstanding. They've had a number of those. Toussaint goes 5 earned runs, 5 Ks as well. And Santana is going to get the win in the extra innings. Moving along, Brewers 10, Cubs 0. And the Brewers pretty much won out 7-0 in the first inning. And then they had Corbin Burns on the mound who closed the door. The top of the lineup, everyone just smashing the ball, multi-hits nights. Can't really give a whole lot. It feels like they are playing a AAA team a little bit against a top MLB team. But at the same time, Corbin Burns went 8, 4 hits, 15 strikeouts, just absolutely obliterating the Cubs. Arrieta goes 4, 8 earned runs, and 3 Ks. Arrieta has not looked good this year, and that's just adding to his woes. Blue Jays 10, Angels 2. So the Blue Jays offense really coming alive and showing what it's capable of this night. And Vladdy, another night where he had 0 hits and his team just does well anyway. George Springer had a multi-home run night. We had Teoscar Hernandez in there hitting a grand slam. So in that 5th inning, the grand slam comes in, and that's really when the game blew open. Gurriel Jr. also hits his 13th. Springer is up to 16, and he's only played so many games this season, so Springer's definitely popping off. Ohtani, on the other side, does hit his 38th of the season, and he continues to lead the MLB, of course. Alek Manoah goes 6.2, 2 earned runs, 11 Ks. He was looking good yesterday. He just could not get out of that 7th inning. It came down to a last batter, Fletcher, really 13-pitch at bat that led to a walk, which ended his night. He just couldn't get out. Unfortunately, Bundy goes 4, 3 earned runs, 2 Ks, giving up a couple of home runs. And the Jays continue to be that team that gets 5 home runs a night. But yesterday was 4, but they definitely have the long ball going for them. Another team that does have the long ball going, the Giants win 7-2. And this is the first time since they really started playing the Diamondbacks the past 2 weeks that it wasn't like super close, and they kind of got out to I guess it was 3-2 before the Giants put up a couple more in the bottom of the 4th to give themselves some little bit of wiggle room. But their pitching really got it done for them yesterday. Home run wise, Posey 15th, Wade is 14th, Crawford is 19th, Alex Dickerson is 13th. So like the Jays and the Giants just continuing to go back and forth for leading the league in home runs. It's fun to watch these two teams that definitely got the long ball. Crawford had a 3-hit multi RBI night. Gosman goes 5, 1 earned run and 5 Ks. Giving up a couple of runs, though, and some of them unearned. And Merrill Kelly goes 5 earned runs and 3 Ks. And the Giants taking care of business exactly how they should. Dodgers win, Giants win. I think they have matched games for at least the past 10. Like, every time one wins, the other one wins. And every time one loses, the other one loses. It just seems how to be. Mariners 12, Rangers 1. and the Mariners needed this. They were down 1-0, and they did tie it up in that 6th inning. No home runs coming from either side, and it was the walk-off in the bottom of the 9th that keeping the Mariners in that wild card race, because it is a tight race, and right now they're the furthest team back looking in, so they have a lot of ground to make up. Tyler Anderson goes 5.1, 1 around 4 Ks. Good outing for him. Howard and Hearn combined for 7 innings, giving up 1 earned run and 6 Ks. So Mariners pick up a much needed win, but they got to keep it going. They got to play better baseball. They got to go on somewhat of a winning streak if they are going to get in this wild card hunt, because we got the Yankees, we got the Blue Jays. Both these teams are hotter than the Mariners and better on paper. So Mariners got to step up. There you go, guys. August 11th MLB games. We had 15 of them. They were fun games, though. Lots of interesting games, a lot of close games, a lot of important games, a lot of players stepping up for their teams last night. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys for the next recap and much more. Thanks for watching. Peace out.